Years were you in VP5?
I was in VP5 from 59 to 62. My name is Doug Scoggins. I came into VP5 in probably early 1959. I was a crew member on LA8. I was a first tech on LA8 on our deployment to Iceland. And Norm Russell was a very close friend and buddy that on our split deployment to Rota, Spain, and to Iceland, Norm went to Rota, and I went to Iceland. But during my tour with VP5, we were very close, and that we made a lot of Liberty calls, and together we saw many places. And so he was a very close friend. And on a change of command in VP5, he came to Iceland. And I guess he had been there for approximately 1 week before they took their first initial flight. And that was the day that we lost LA9. Now, there's one story here that during his trip to Iceland, he had asked me to take that flight, and I told him I would take it. But there was some problem with that, in that we either had a test flight or I had a demo flight. I can't recall exactly what the circumstances, but I had to tell him later I couldn't take the flight because of the scheduled demo appointment. And that was a situation that, you know, I've always thought about, and that the accident was probably the main reason that I didn't extend in the Navy, because I made the decision after that that, you know, my flying days were over. And, but we did participate in the search, and I think for 10 to 14 days, we had crews out constantly, 12-hour flights. And, but it was years later. In fact, when the recovery of the LA9 was actually announced, I didn't hear about it until just a few years ago, because I had been out of the Navy for so long. So.
And after you found out about that it had been found and recovered, and that body still remained in the ice, I mean, but what is, just don't care, what do you think about all of that?
I was very disappointed that, you know, the Navy hadn't pursued the recovery. I have a son currently who's in the Marine Corps, and, you know, those type of situations, I know how people feel about, you know, the recovery of lost ones, and I was just very disappointed that we weren't able to recover all the crew.
Well, hopefully it's not over yet, and we'll see we'll get it.
I hope so.
Is there any other comments that you'd like to make?
Well, I just hope that the Navy will put together an effort to recover the remains of the crew that's left. You know, there has been some things done, but I don't think it's enough.